All right, Pisces, I'm Ryan with Erosoflove. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to do your June 2021 Situationship Love Tarot reading. And we just went through a series of eclipses in early June, late May. And that was happening on the Sagittarius-Gemini axis. And for you, Pisces, that is your 4th house and your 10th house. Those are angular houses, so these are pretty potent, to say the least. And the 4th house is all about home. It's about family. It's about motherhood. It's also ancestry and foundations and roots. So if anything's coming up with ancestry karma, anything dealing with motherhood, some of you may have gotten pregnant, or maybe you're finding out you're going to have a baby, those things could very well come true over the next 6 months. The 10th house is where the solar eclipse happened on June 10th. That's Gemini, and that is, Gemini is your 4th house. That's where the solar eclipse happened. The lunar eclipse in Sagittarius is your 10th house, and that was on May 26th. I don't want to get those dates mixed up for you. The lunar eclipse is more about career, your outward appearance, achievement, responsibility. It's the high point of your chart. So it has a lot to do with expansion, possibly in career, or maybe you get an offer, a promotion, or perhaps there's been a bonus that came out recently. But it has something to do with home life too. So perhaps this is happening with a spouse or a partner, a boyfriend or a girlfriend. So these can come out in a couple different ways. As far as that 4th house, 10th house energy, but there could be tension between the two. So maybe some of you are moving for work. You're deciding whether or not you want to take a job and that will require a move. Things like that are going to come up with this particular eclipse energy. Mercury is still in retrograde until June 22nd, and then it's going to move back through shadow until about mid to early July. So again, this is happening in your 4th house of home, family, roots, ancestry, anything dealing with property. So maybe some of you are trying to buy a house and things are screwed up right now. Mercury's the trickster when it's in retrograde. So it's really going to test technology, travel, learning, what's on their mind. It could be some mental tension, but for you, this 4th house themes are coming up. Venus just moved into Cancer, and that's very good. Cancer is your 5th house, Pisces. 5th house is children, romance, fun, karmic rewards. It's a pleasurable, leisurely house. It has to do with sports and fun, leisurely activities. So Venus is in its joy in the 5th house, and it's very comfortable in Cancer. So there could be some romances sparking if you're single. So be sure to put yourself out there. If you're married, partner it up. You could be adding more spice to your romance life, or perhaps some of you are going to have children. So the 5th house has to do with children. 4th house has to do with family. You just have those eclipses. So some of you might be expanding the family or deciding to expand the family. So it's a great transit for you overall. Situationships, it's not always a bad thing. You're dealing with a situation in your love department, essentially. Doesn't matter if you're married, single, looking, partner, dating, whatever it is. We all go through these at certain points in time. So I'm going to do a modified Celtic cross. I'm going to pull 1 card from the Angels deck, 6 cards from the Tarot to clarify. These messages are general readings, so they won't resonate with all of you. Be sure to check out your ascendant, your moon, and your Venus sign. Sometimes those will resonate more with you, depending on what's happening in your natal chart. And if you like these videos, please click the like button and subscribe. And I also do personal readings, so my email is in the description box below. All right, let's get to it. Pisces, this is for you. Give your relationship a chance. Work on your partnership. Don't give up just quite yet. Those eclipses are going to be triggering home, family, work. Now you got Venus in your 5th house, so, good things might be on its way. So give it a chance. Don't give up just quite yet. Okay, so the first card for the Celtic Cross is for you. This is your general energy, the moon. This could very well be your card. Some people say it's Cancer. I think it's sometimes Pisces, so we'll get more into this. So the moon, this is your issue in the relationship, the Fool. Could literally be taken for the Fool. Maybe you're just dealing with a fool of some type. Uh, it, I'm laughing because typically it's indicative of a new start, but for whatever reason, when I ever interpret this as literally a fool, like it just cracks me up, because sometimes like you could be so attracted to someone but they're so dumb. So it's a give and take sometimes, to say the least. Anyway, I'm cracking myself up. Okay, so this is what you're conscious of in your relationship right now. King of Pentacles. You know what you want. You want that steady foundation. You want something that lasts forever. This is what you're unconscious of. Page of Cups. Maybe there's an apology that needs to happen of some type, or an emotional conversation. This is the limitation in your relationship. Page of Wands. You have 2 pages. This is children too. Wow. So we'll get more to this. And then the outcome. 2 of Wands. Wow. Okay. So you have Wands energy. This is passion. You have Cups energy, that's emotion, and you have 2 major arcana here. So you, Pisces, moon, this is you. This is what you're exhibiting right now. Very intuitive. I always say this in your videos. You are one of the most intuitive signs, if not the most intuitive. You're right up there with Cancer. So this is about lunar themes. This is about family. This is about home, tradition, roots and foundation, ancestry. The moon can also represent secrets. So maybe you're hiding, you're keeping something close to the heart right now that you're not necessarily ready to reveal. That could be a pregnancy of some type, right? Not some type, either you're pregnant or you're not. But this also has to do with pregnancy. So maybe some of you don't know it yet. You're going to find out. Some of you might know and you're not ready to say anything. It's pretty typical. A lot of people wait through that first trimester usually before they say anything. And the reason why I say that is you have 2 pages, and pages often represent children. So some of you might be having twins. Just going to put that out there right now. So, and you might not actually know about it. Okay. So this would be news to you. The issue is that you're not quite aware that a new start is on its way. And once this is revealed, it's going to change your life. Children always do. New romances always do. Situationship could very well be a secret romance that you're not coming out forward with yet. So maybe you're getting ready to do that. But the issue is that right now you're not starting the new cycle just quite yet. You're keeping on to the current path. And you know this. You might be a little stubborn about it, in fact. As far as relationships go, maybe you're keeping some emotions hidden. You're not really sure whether or not this is the relationship for you. You're questioning some of it. And the issue is whether or not you want to break it off and start something new. The King of Pentacles and the conscious choice and the conscious awareness is you're kind of stuck in the mud. Maybe you're being a little bit stubborn about it. But at the same time, the King of Pentacles is very much a card of wanting stability and security. Not only with resources, but also with self-worth, and making sure the partnership is up to where it is you need to be. Do your values match? Are you on the same page with what it is you want? Do they want kids? Maybe you're debating whether or not you want kids, and someone does and someone doesn't. But you know what you want. You know your value, and you need to stick to that. What you're unaware of right now is that there probably needs to be an emotional type of conversation to be had, one that touches emotion. The Page of Cups is very much about having those emotional triggering conversations. It doesn't have to blow up into something. It's just one that requires a heart-to-heart conversation. Could be an apology too. If there's ever been any conflict, those eclipses can kind of bring up some tension in relationships generally. So if there was a blow up around eclipse season, this could be an apology. The limitation here, though, is finding the passion, starting that conversation. If you haven't talked in a while, if you're revealing this relationship, if you're revealing that you're pregnant, how do you go about having that conversation? Sometimes it's one of great news. Other times it's one of precarious situations. So some of you might be having twins because you got 2 pages here, but there's definitely an element of children involved in this. Some of this is also communication. So it's having that communication, having that spark, having the courage to have the conversation with someone else, whatever that might be. The outcome here is you looking out at options. Deciding what to do next. So it's not necessarily you leaving a situation, although it could be with the Fool, right? I mean, that's the new start. That's the issue. Do you start something new? Do you reveal something at this time? The question is, how do you go about doing this? What are my options? You have the answers in your hand. The man's holding the world. He's looking out at the sea. He's deciding what his next steps are. Do you give this relationship the chance? Do the values match what it is you're looking for? Is there enough passion? Is there enough emotion? You have 2 pages again. One's the wands, one is the cups. What's missing here is the swords and the pentacles. So, your person could be very rational, but they don't show a lot of emotion. That might be causing some issues. So you're looking at options. What do you do in this situation? You're going to come to the right conclusion regardless. You have to use your intuition here. Your gut knows. The moon is also intuition. So listen to your heart. It's going to guide you in the right direction. Pay attention to the signs too. Universe will be sending you signs about which direction to take. So if you keep seeing numbers on the clock, look those numbers up. If you keep seeing themes over and over again, you need to investigate that. That's the universe saying this is where you need to go. It's a great reading overall. Give your relationship a chance. Work on things. If you're hiding any emotion right now is the time to come out and have those conversations. Because you get the Fool. Once you deal with this issue, once you come out with whatever it is that is underneath the surface, you get to start the new cycle. It's a great reading overall, Pisces. I hope you enjoyed this reading. Until next time, take care.